But at least for now, Dream of Soul doing a decent enough job trying to keep up with the CS. It is I suppose it is a bit of a hard lane here going into the Lifestealer. As long as you kind of aggro the wave away and just stay away from the Lifestealer, it's not too hard to just try and contest creeps. And as you can see, Sam H can just kind of man fight if he really wants to. Dream of Soul, he'll try to do the same thing. It can be rather hard when you are up against the Legion Commander.
The Legion is grateful.
Yeah, you can see down mid as well. Look how far Matt goes in. He stole the bounty rune. He's just trying to really be aggressive towards Mikado. He's overtaking slightly in last hits, but at level 5, this is where Mikado can start to hold him. In fact, he hasn't leveled his skills and he's looking for the kill.
Mikado's going to be somewhat careful though, but no, the Scatter Blast is going to make it in time. And you saw how much damage he took on that last Quill Spray. Had that been 2 Cool Sprays, he would have almost certainly just died. But a very important kill there into the mid lane on the Bristle. That's going to give Mikoto a bit of breathing room and, of course, slow down this Bristle back a little bit. Mikoto, he was starting to need it as well. He was falling behind in CS a little bit. Now, looks like he is going to be able to catch up quite nicely.
I love what he did there. He was level 5, but he only had 3 skills leveled up. So he's really pocketing the Breeze Fire and Dragon Tail level, seeing if they would find that opportunity for the kill. It pays off. He starts to even out the lane. Gets the first blood gold going his way as well, so it feels great for the DK. This is the point where the Bristle zone and they're just going to be able to soak some EXP here for Kescu.
It's not easy to get in range of Mac though. He hasn't got the nasal goo yet, but he can still just try to run you down now that he's level 6, and you definitely don't really want to risk being in that position. But I suppose if you are Kescu, if you could just soak some XP away from that Bristleback, would be just as good as trying to steal some creeps away. Mac, he's still going Ancients. Combo. Struggling quite a lot. 23 and 3 in comparison to, say, the safe lane of Boom, who does have 33 and 7 on Dream of Soul. It's definitely a much slower start for Omega in terms of this Arc Warden.
I'm a bit surprised with how slow Tino is taking it. He's not really able to overtake in the 1v1 lane, not just focus on the farm. It feels like he's under threat from the Mars by himself, but that shouldn't be the case. He's going to need some supports to relieve that pressure, open up some more farm for Tino. If this Midas is delayed too long, and if the level 6 is stalled out on Tino too long, then it'll take longer for him to farm up. It's just the nature of Arc Warden. You need that Tempest double to really build up your net worth lead.
Mid-river. Fight was breaking out. They were trying to chase down CML and almost did get him, but CML was able to get out of there just fine. Instead, they'll move up towards the top lane and see if they can annoy Tino a bit more. Hyde still has that Arcane Rune for a bit longer, and CML show himself now in the hoodwink. It's going to be enough vision to force Tino back. But this still is allowing FBZ to have a very good time in this top lane. We know FBZ, I mean, Boom has said it many times, but he's kind of like the backbone of the team. Generally speaking, if FBZ's having a good game, everyone else on Boom is going to be having a good game along with him. So this is the one man you probably don't want to allow to have this kind of laning stage.
Yeah, it's way too free at the start. You can see FBZ is already queuing up the instant blink as well.
Oh, CML.
Nice cookie.
Yeah, CML's been caught out. Nice bushwhack, but it will not be enough. Hyde still able to get the last little shot out. Tino, of course, unable to help whatsoever. We'll have to just kind of watch him die, and they'll go after the top tier one. That mid lane, they even lost the mid tier 1 tower.
At least they deny off the gold, but this is not good news. Mikado is able to really maximize his Elder Dragon form. I think that's his second spell use, and just take over his lane. The top lane, if they lose this as well, the map is way too small to get a Bristle and Arc Warden farmed up.
Sam H is going to come in, does have the jewel, will go straight onto FBZ, and this should be a nice jewel win. They will be able to get it in time. Hyde He's gonna try and go for a TP out, and he's gonna be fine. But they got the big one, they got the Mars. It did cost about 4 heroes up top to make that happen, but they do get it in the end.
Yeah, they needed that relief. They need to hold on to these objectives for as long as possible because you need all the space out for Tino. He's got the Midas up with a Tempest double, so the Arc Warden can sort of accelerate farm. You really need your Travels up to have that laning presence as well. And while you make all those moves happen at top and the jungle, you leave Dreamersault solo. This is still an issue. Like, this Lifestealer has been free farming the 1v1 lane for a very long time. Number 3 net worth, just barely behind the Bristleback. At level 7, has the Infest rushing the Armlet. And once you have that on the Lifestealer, your burst damage on hand from Hoodwink and from Lion, it might not be enough, especially if Dreamersault's quick to react with his Rage up and running.
So Max gonna come in and try to force this bottom tier 1 tower, but he's got no help around. Meanwhile, top lane, the tier 1 is gonna drop. Boom! They get it very easily. No issue whatsoever. Instead, mid lane, it looks like Kescute is going to get caught out. That's the first finger of the game flying out from Shanks. It is only an AA though. I mean, it's nice to get a finger